Welcome back to Class Firearms, guys. Kai over here, and I've got my friend Jim Foreman here. Jim, great seeing you again, man.
You too, man.
Absolutely, and you guys have seen multiple different content we did with Jim on this channel. A lot of educational content because Jim is got a lot of credentials, and he's a former Navy SEAL, but I don't want to speak for him. Jim, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we're going to talk about what we have here in front of us.
Retired from the Navy SEALs a few years ago, and now I work for Faro Concepts, consultant for Zenith Firearms, and Active Crisis Consulting.
Perfect. If you guys haven't seen our Active Crisis Consulting training, Jim ran that program. He's part owner. Fantastic, awesome guys. A bunch of badass dudes showing us some cool stuff. So definitely check them out. With that being said, today's video is going to be all about Jim's loadout, but not just any loadout. Let's just say the world kind of ends as we know it. Some crazy thing happens, some martial law, and you got to be prepared. And what loadout would you have? Like, what would you possibly take with you to be able to continue surviving in the elements? Because there's going to be nobody's going to be coming for you. You're going to be taking care of yourself. And Jim decided to put together this package right here, and he's going to tell us all about this and why he picked all of this stuff. So, Jim, something happens, man. Things are kind of weird in the world right now. Ukraine, Israel, and some other stuff going on. I don't know. China's going to go to Taiwan. I have no idea what's going on now. The Venezuela stuff going on. We got to get ready, man. So, you're ready. Tell us about it.
Yep. So number one, I'm going with the weapons and the gear that could cover the most bases. So 5.56 would be my choice of a weapon. And
caliber? That's it? Just 5.56 caliber?
5.56 for long gun. And the reason for that, you know, like an AK would be super nice to have for shorter range, but then you're missing on the longer range accuracy. So something like this with a 14-inch, 14.5-inch barrel with the scope, you know, I would recommend anything like 2.5 to 10. This one's a little bit nicer, 3.5 to 18. Mm-hmm. And then of course, like with the red dot for anything close in up to 100 yards. But then now you could reach out to somebody. You got the bipod for steadier shots, little foregrip up here, which I like. And of course, you and I talked about a laser. We're talking about, I mean, I had to get rid of my night vision, so I don't have night vision right now. Most people don't have night vision. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go without the laser. This is something that everybody could come up with. Yep. You know, so we got like a visible light, and of course a suppressor, which is, you know, for that type of situation you want a suppressor.
Why do you prefer a suppressed firearm?
Just to keep your location hidden, you know, and also noise. You know, when you hear a gunshot, people automatically start to suspect something's going on over there. They may come looking to see what's going on. Yeah. So you want to keep quiet.
Absolutely. So yeah, suppressed firearm, fantastic. And Jim, I want to go back quickly to the caliber thing, and then we'll go back over some of the specs. So you said you'd pick a 5.56 because you're obviously very familiar with it. We all are in the United States, NATO in general, because that is a NATO caliber. But for folks who are watching us, let's say in other countries, for their SHTF loadout, what are your thoughts about the 72x39?
Yeah, well, that's probably an easier caliber for them to get. So right. That would be a little bit different situation if you're in Eastern European countries or even European countries. Yeah. So, or South American or any other country. Yeah. You know, so it depends on your situation where you're at.
Where you're at, exactly. So obviously this is Jim's loadout. If something were to happen, you live in the United States, you would obviously be responding to whatever is you're facing with here. So 5.56. All right, so you've got, starting here, suppressed rifles, what you want. We got the Surefire RC2 here. I love this can. The can works great. Surefire is a fantastic company. You definitely want a visible light, right? And how do you feel about pressure pads?
I like pressure pads. They're positive ones. All right. Not the touch ones. You know, like just a touch pressure pad. I like the positive click on and off.
Oh, so constant. So this is the momentary. Yep. Press, let go, it goes off, right? This is the. Yep. You want that? You want to be able to turn it on and turn it off? You want
physically have a little bit of power to get it on and off instead of just brushing against something and it turns on. Oh, so like you know the old pressure pads? Yeah. The long ones that you just barely touch and they go on. That's a light AD. You don't want to have any light ADs when you don't want them. Okay, so accidental discharge of light, you don't want that. Or just use the back of the light itself. Gotcha. Pressure.
Do you prefer your light on the, so you're a right-handed shooter, right? Do you prefer it on the right side of the rifle or on the left side of the rifle?
Right side.
And the reason for that is
just get out of the way of my grip. I got my left hand coming on this side. I don't want it on this side.
Okay, so you just don't want it rubbing against your body
Yep.
and everything too. Okay, perfect. Moving on, so we've got M-LOK rail in this case. There's obviously other options like key mod, which is old school. Some people still use it. And also the full quad rail Picatinny. Which one is your preference?
I like the Picatinny, but M-LOK's also good. I don't like if you don't have a metal for the M-LOK, because that can chip off. My bipod for my 6.5 Creedmoor, the polymer stock, it broke off. So you want metal if you're going to use M-LOK.
I see. You don't want polymer handguard. You want.
No.
Okay, perfect. And you have your sling in your hand. And
Yep.
what is that?
So this one is a Faro Concepts Slingster, and this one's dual point. I like this one mostly because of this little piece right here. It's metal, so it's not plastic. The tab is rubber,
Okay.
but the teeth are metal, so that's key, and it just slides easily, tightens and loosens with ease. So you
Yeah.
could, like, when you need to put it behind you, you just tighten it, put it behind your back, and you're good to go.
Yeah, I love the Slingster. I actually run that on my rifles. It's friggin' awesome. And so you want the Slingster. You have this, you basically attach to your rifle. In what positions do you generally like it?
So right where you have yours up here, that's like not too far up. And then also I would prefer it to be right back here instead of back here.
And so you just have the other one underneath.
Yep.
Stay right here by the castle pin. That's it. You don't want it up here. And why is that?
That gives you a longer extension, so it just keeps it in an angle that I don't like. I like the sling to be like this on me, so I can tighten it, loosen it, and it's just more mobile on me. Taking the sling off, if it's like stretched out, it has a tighter angle, as you can see, and then you're like trying to get it off you, especially with body armor. It's really tough to get your weapon off, even
Gotcha.
when it's fully extended.
And also easier to switch shoulders too.
Yep.
Right? So it doesn't get in the way. Okay.
Good.
Pretty cool. And moving back here, just a good old AR-15. Do you care what brand it is, or if it's a DI, like direct impingement, or a short stock piston driven system?
No, whatever you guys like. I don't really care too much about that stuff, but I will talk about the buttstock.
Okay, yeah, talk about it.
Buttstock, B5, you got a battery compartments. I know a lot of people complain about it because it's tight to get those batteries out, but I like to have accessories on my weapon instead of having it on my body, because usually, that could, sweat, all that stuff, you're gonna have to have it in a baggie. This is just easier for me to have spare batteries.
Yeah, no, it's very good. Yeah, on plate carriers, especially in some of the backpack area, I just gotta keep taking it off. I don't like just keep taking things off. It's easier to access at least certain things weapon related that it's on the weapon. That's good. I have actually used the same stock and have stored some Allen key and stuff in there too. All right, so this is your, basically in a nutshell, this is your
Super versatile. Yep. So
SHTF.
Yep. Everything close in, red dot. You got some long range shots. Definitely out to 500, you'll be tight. And you got your suppression and your bipod, and it's just an all-around good weapon.
Yeah, this is it, guys. So this is Jim Foreman, Navy SEALs, SHTF, long rifle, loadout for all situations. Because Jim, you have fought in Afghanistan, you fought in Iraq, you fought in Somalia, like you've done urban warfare, you've done stuff in the mountains, different elements. So obviously I'm thinking that you're keeping all that stuff in mind with this weapon system.
This covers, everything.
So
the one weapon that could cover pretty much everything.
All right, so with this one, I could just go in some tight spaces, like CQB, like I go into a house and still get stuff done. And
That's with your red dot, yep.
Okay, and yet I can just go out there, I could be in the elements, and if I have to hunt for food, let's just say 300 yards, 500 yards out, I could still.
You're good.
Cool, and I like that, how kind of modular you've done your setup. By the way, Jim set this thing up, and here's the deal. So you can actually take just do this, and I don't want it to fall, but you can just, boom, take your bipod off. If you need to just store this in your backpack for whatever reason, you can have it taking that off. And I like that also, surefire, you just press this button right here, and you just, that's it. It is super easy. Now you can actually have maybe a little lighter gun, and if you, for some or whatever reason, you want to shoot unsuppressed, for me, I'm shooting this thing suppressed. What do you any reasons that you'd shoot this unsuppressed?
No, unless you want to make some noise.
Right? True, maybe sometimes technically you want to make some noise, right?
Yeah,
maybe.
you could. I'd rather shoot suppressed all day long, but if you're trying to create a diversion for other people to do what they gotta do, then that's why you'd probably want it unsuppressed.
Yeah, very well. All right, so that is it, and yeah, everything sounds amazing. Let's move on to other stuff. So this is your primary weapon system.
Yep.
And then you actually said that you want to have a Glock.
Yep.
That's what you want purposely, specifically. Why Glock?
Glock is super simple, and it's very reliable right out of the box. You don't have to soup it up, anything like that. So you got a good standard weapon right out of the box. And then, like I even told you, like I wouldn't even get, I would just go iron sights.
Okay.
A red dot's great to have, like this is set up, but I wouldn't worry about too much about the red dot. And that's because like if another family member wants to use it, they don't have to like be super skilled at trying to acquire that red dot.
If they're iron sights.
Right,
people, yeah.
and all my kids learn iron sights first, so it'd be easier for them to transition to something basic like that. And then of course we got it suppressed, and I wouldn't be carrying it suppressed all the time, but you would have that capability to go suppressed if you needed to.
Gotcha. Yeah. So this is Jason's personal Glock 17 with the Surefire X300 and the Aimpoint Acro on here, and we have the Dead Air Mojave 9. That's in the short configuration. It has a booster, so it does run reliably with a handgun.
Yep.
So you would basically carry this thing unsuppressed, obviously in your holster with you, holster probably in your plate carrier or your pocket, whatever, right? And then if you need to, for whatever reason, and you could just mount this off.
You have the capability to go suppressed. I like how Jason set this gun up. I would use it just like this. I'm just saying, if you had to, this is not as needed.
Gotcha.
Right, but the suppressor is definitely needed.
Gotcha. Yeah, I can already tell the comment section, some people are going to be like, oh no, I would never do, red dots are faster. Yes, guys, red dot is faster. Yes, it is. But there's still a lot of folks out there who are very used to. Iron sights got much longer history than red dots.
Yeah.
And there's some folks just do iron sights and they're very good at it and they haven't fully transitioned, especially you were saying about your kids. So thinking about your environment, there's no one size fit all. So it does make sense to me.
Well, not all red dots. I mean, you're not going to have a lifetime of batteries.
Yes.
Also, some are, regenerative and all that for solar, but a lot of them aren't.
Yeah.
So eventually it may go out.
100%, and they will. I have actually had red dots mid-shoot while I was just training, whatever, and the red dot just went out. Not the battery, just some of them just died.
Yeah.
I don't want to give a brand. There's one specific brand just completely died on me. Couldn't handle the recoil of a 9mm. But let's just say that. But that's a good thing. That's why Jason has his co-witness over here. So in case this thing dies, this is the 6th one, I believe. I believe either 6th or 7th one that he broke. Or
I break acros.
So yeah, I think that's it. So that's why.
You know why? Because I train a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently, acros can't handle a lot of training. I didn't know that, but okay. So that's why he has these really super tall sights.
Raised sights.
So he inevitably will break red dots so he can continue to aim.
Right.
That's what it is. So, all right. So what about a light?
Yeah.
On a pistol.
Light is definitely going to be something you're going to need. Again, it's going to be a positive on-off, so you don't accidentally hit it. I hate light ADs, so you want something that does not come on easily.
Gotcha. All right. Surefire X300, just to demonstrate, you can just tap this. You really have to like push it. It's not like you have to push it, it comes on, or you can just down and it's constant. So you have that momentary and constant on that one. So there's that, and for your Glock, you wouldn't do any other modification, keep it stock? Or?
Yeah, I mean, like we're talking about shit hits the fan, you got what you got, and this is what I would have.
Gotcha. No, very well.
Very simple.
All right, so now that we're talking about weapons, before I move over to your gear, what do you feel about extra ammunition or extra magazines for your pistol and your rifle?
Yeah, like ammo is going to be a huge issue. I mean, like if you had access to a reloader, all that stuff, so you could make your own ammo, that would be key. But if you don't, then you're just going to have to get what you get. So, are you asking about what you would carry?
Like on your go bag. Let's say you've got this is your setup, right?
Yeah.
You got your plate carrier, whatever, which we'll get to. On your go bag, how many extra pistol mags and your rifle mag. Again, you're not in the teams. You're not at some SWAT team or cops or SOCOM guys where you have your team. You're responding to a specific thing. You're going to helo out. This is just you.
Yeah. I would have something like extended mag on my primary, because that usually your first mag is going to be the one that you're going to be shooting from the most.
Yep.
And then second, third mag, you may not even get to. So I'd rather have an extended mag on my primary.
Okay. And would you have how many extra on you? Just
whatever you could do that doesn't jam, but you don't want it to be too heavy either. You don't want like a 100 rounder that's just going to add weight when you're going to be walking around with that all the time. So maybe a 40 rounder.
It's a 40 rounder.
Even just taping like old style, one of your mags upside down.
Double them, right?
Double them up, yeah. So you got 60 rounds and just quick access. Because you're not going to always have this thing. You may just be with this. Your first
that actually does
coming out of your house, you're going to not have time to put on a plate carrier. You're just coming out with your weapon.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. It is true. Your first mag is the one that you're going to shoot the most out of. Obviously, that's the one that you're going to deploy. And you may not always get to that plate carrier. So would you just have like 3 that we have on the plate carrier?
I mean, that's standard 3 mags.
Maybe some extra in the backpack or something.
Yeah, and if I'd have a go bag or at least a backpack that would have extra ammo, food, things like that.
Gotcha. And what do you what are your thoughts about it, like med kits, on whether that's on your belt or your kit?
Definitely primary, like your second line of gear, which is on your belt.
Okay.
So, or pocket, something like that, and maybe even something else on your
backpack.
Your backpack on your plate carrier.
Gotcha. Perfect. Fantastic setup. I mean, I feel like if you have this and you've got some training skills behind it, you're great. Let's move over to the gear. Now that is what gear is that and why did you pick that? And I know this is not fully set up yet. We were just talking about it. This is just, you still got multiple things to do to this one.
So any plate carrier will do. I prefer this FCPC, not only because I work for them, but like I work for them because they have good gear.
Yeah.
As you guys know, you guys wanted some gear. We guys got you gear.
Yeah.
But the FCPC is awesome because it's super modular. So you could add different type of shoulder pads. You can have, like I said, the Velcro front pouch is G-hook, so you can put different packages up on the front. The backpack so you just molly it on pouches on the back, but we have 2 zippers on the side. So we have a variety of backpacks you can zip on. We also have 1-inch extensions, so you can put like a water bladder or a breacher pack. Not that you're gonna want a breacher pack, but you can put other things. So you don't just have one backpack. You could have, a water bladder and a backpack, so you can have multiple things on your back, and it's still pretty tight. So that's the whole idea, is that you don't want to be bulky, but you want to be capable with the gear and the things that you have.
Yeah. And would you, let's go to body armor. What kind of body armor, at least protection level, would you carry or have it on you?
At 3 plus is what I would have.
At most.
TAC 11, which we love.
TAC 11, yeah.
Because
shout out to Justin.
They have lightweight armor that's definitely rated.
Yeah.
Like he definitely spends the money to make sure it's rated. And it's capable and light.
Yeah, like if you guys want to talk about a person who really geeks out on a certain thing, like certain people really geek out on certain things in their lives, Justin over at TAC 11, I highly recommend you guys checking out. So TAC 11. Farrell, you said you guys are carrying him, right?
Yep.
He is a body armor geek, so he's actually developed a 2-pound level 3 plus body armors, which
it's a little heavy, like 2.2. Yeah.
Is it 2.2?
Yeah.
Is it 2.2?
I think so, yeah. 2.2
pounds is extremely light. There's 2 of them in here, and you don't feel like you're wearing a body armor, and it's a level 3 plus, so it does have really high ratings.
And he has different ratings, different weights, so you can go lower.
Yeah, and, fantastic.
All that.
So, all right, so you have your plate carrier, and that is just sitting in a go bag, just in case you have to deploy it.
Yep.
And belt?
Belt, so we don't have it here, but like a over belt. So if you have a Velcro inner belt and something that you could just put on and off that has your pistol.
Super easy. Yeah.
Even a med pouch, some mag pouches, things like that, that you could just take on and off, but quickly put on. Something that you're not going through the belt loops.
And what do you have in your belt?
So I got my holster, I got a med pouch, and I got a couple mag pouches, pistol and rifle. Gotcha. So for spares. So I could just go out without this if I needed to. Just have a belt. So I got my pistol and my rifle, and I got a couple extra mags and a
Stuff
med
on
kit on that. And then if I needed this, then I grab this.
Gotcha. Very, very well. And lastly, a helmet. Now, I know you are very used to running a helmet throughout your career, but hey, you're just a civilian now. Like, you're out there by yourself. Would you run a helmet? And if you do, what would you have on it?
I mean, if you guys have a helmet, armored helmet, that'd be nice to have. But if you have night vision, that makes everything better, and it's easier. You're gonna have to mount it on something. But for me, I'm not too worried about a helmet. It's bulky, all that stuff, but like it does offer protection. So if you have one, use it. But it's just like this. I'm not gonna be using this all the time. Helmet would be nice to have if you have it, but you're not gonna be wearing it all the time.
Gotcha. How do you feel about having radios? As a civilian, you're by yourself. I mean, a team environment, of course, not just team in the military or law enforcement, even a civilian team environment, very useful. But how do you feel about in an SHTF situation, having a radio?
Yeah, if you have radios, that's way easier to communicate with a team or your community, whatever you have going with your little squad of people. So radios are key to have, but if you don't have them, you're just gonna have to go old school, and just plan things out and have backups.
Yeah, because a lot of times, I mean, in an SHTF situation, God forbid, I have not lived through one of those, and I hope we never do, but I don't believe our phones are going to work.
No.
I'm just thinking that. I don't think they'll work, so we'll have to figure out another way.
Yeah, at least a walkie-talkie type range radio at the very minimum.
Yeah.
Something to communicate with.
To communicate with one another, yeah. Perfect. So guys, here you have it. Jim Foreman, former Navy SEAL Team 6 Master Chief. This is his SHTF loadout. As you guys can tell, this is an ADM weapon system, which I love. This is freaking fantastic. And honestly, looking at this thing, obviously we have that bipod too, which I just removed. Looking at this thing, this seems incredibly capable.
Yeah.
And I love this gun, yeah. This is really good. And his handgun would be a Glock that looks pretty much like this, with the option of being suppressed whenever needed. And his plate carrier, you guys saw what he had, and that's pretty much it. He just keeps it minimalist and gets stuff done. So, Jim, do you want to add anything else to this or no?
No, I think we covered all the bases. I think just have, like, the Glock is super easy it's accessible, it's pretty inexpensive, and it's a very capable weapon. So you can build up from there.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought the budget thing. Guys, I know we have maybe not so budget-friendly options over here, but you can do all of this with budget as well. Thanks to our awesome firearms industry, a bunch of different companies innovating, coming up with products that are fitting to a lot of budgets out there. You can get an LPVO, you can get a red dot, you can get a mount, you can get light suppressors at like various prices. You can build one of these things up. I mean, probably like under $2,000. I'm sure I can make one of these things happen easily, depending on what I exactly put on it. But you can, so when you see this, don't be scared that, oh my God, that's gonna be too much, I can't afford that. You can make it happen. So definitely be prepared. So that's very, very important, because you never know what happens. It's better to have it, not need it, and not have it. Jim, thanks all for your time, man. Appreciate you. Guys, check out Active Crisis Consulting, obviously Ferro Concepts, and also Actions on Consulting. So Jim provides leadership training there. So as always, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate your business. God bless. We'll see you on the next one.